Ernest Borgnine was born on January 24, 1917, in Hampton, Connecticut, to Italian immigrants seeking a better life in America. Raised during the hardships of the Great Depression, Borgnine's early years were shaped by working-class struggles and resilience. His parents' separation forced him to move to Italy with his mother, but they later returned to Connecticut. Initially uninterested in acting, Borgnine worked various odd jobs after high school. In 1935, he joined the U.S. Navy, serving for 10 years, including during World War II, where he earned the rank of gunner's mate first class. It wasn't until after the war that Borgnine turned to acting, encouraged by his mother, who believed his big personality and strong presence suited the stage. This new path would define his future and lead to a successful Hollywood career. Breaking into Hollywood, Borgnine's first big roles. Borgnine's entry into the acting world came later than most, but once he began, his career quickly took off. He studied at the Randolph Women's College Theater program and the Barter Theater in Virginia, where many prominent actors got their start. His big break came in 1951 when he appeared in the Broadway production of Harvey, which opened doors to Hollywood. Borgnine's rough features and commanding presence made him a natural fit for tough guy roles. He first gained significant attention for his portrayal of Sergeant Fatso Judson in From Here to Eternity, 1953, a performance that established him as a reliable character actor. It was his performance in Marty, 1955, however, that would define his career. His portrayal of a lonely Bronx butcher won him an Academy Award for Best Actor, marking him as a major talent in Hollywood. The iconic role in Marty and Hollywood's success in Marty, Borgnine gave a performance that contrasted his usual tough guy image. Portraying a sensitive, lonely butcher from the Bronx, Borgnine captivated audiences with his sincerity and vulnerability. This role won him not only the Academy Award, but also a Golden Globe and a BAFTA, making him one of the few actors to receive all three major acting honors for a single performance. The film itself was a critical success, earning the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival and cementing Borgnine's place in Hollywood history. His victory was especially significant given that he was not the typical Hollywood leading man. His appearance was unorthodox, but his authenticity and powerful performance were undeniable, proving that talent transcended the traditional glamour of the industry. Borgnine's personal life, marriage, family, and challenges. Throughout his life, Borgnine experienced a colorful personal life, marked by 5 marriages, each reflecting different chapters of his journey. His first marriage was to Rhoda Kimmons in 1949, shortly after his military service. They had one daughter, Nancy, born in 1952, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1958. Borgnine's second marriage to Mexican actress Katy Gerardo in 1959 ended in 1963 after several years marked by their strong personalities and the difficulties of balancing their careers. Perhaps the most infamous of his unions was with actress and singer Ethel Merman in 1964, which lasted only 42 days. The short-lived marriage became tabloid fodder, with Borgnine later recalling the clashes between their larger-than-life personalities. Despite the turmoil, Borgnine's other relationships gave him a sense of stability, particularly his fourth marriage to Donna Rancourt, which lasted until 1972. A lasting love. Borgnine's marriage to Tove Traini. Borgnine's longest and most enduring marriage was to Tove Traini, a Norwegian-born businesswoman and cosmetics entrepreneur. They married in 1973 and remained devoted to one another for nearly 4 decades. Their relationship was marked by mutual respect, stability, and shared support. Tove was instrumental in managing Borgnine's public image in his later years and stood by his side through his twilight years in the entertainment industry. Together, they attended events, gave interviews, and supported each other's endeavors. Tova's success with her cosmetics company also led to Borgnine becoming a proud promoter of her beauty line. Their marriage was a stark contrast to his previous ones, defined by quiet companionship rather than public drama, and it lasted until his death in 2012. Frank Sinatra, a personality clash. Frank Sinatra, the legendary singer and Hollywood icon, was one of the actors Borgnine openly disliked. Despite Sinatra's immense talent and popularity, Borgnine had a deep distaste for him. Their paths crossed during the filming of From Here to Eternity, and Borgnine was put off by Sinatra's behind-the-scenes behavior. Sinatra's tendency to use his influence on set and his overall aloofness rubbed Borgnine the wrong way. He described Sinatra as a man who commanded loyalty but never reciprocated it. Borgnine's criticism was not about Sinatra's music, but rather his domineering presence and toxic influence in Hollywood. He could freeze a room with a glance, Borgnine once said, referring to the fear Sinatra instilled in others, rather than the respect. Montgomery Clift, professional instability. Borgnine also had little patience for Montgomery Clift, whose acting style and personal instability he found troubling. While acknowledging Clift's talent, Borgnine criticized his method acting, describing Clift as a man who tortured himself for his craft. Acting was a job, demanding, sure, but not worth the personal torment that Clift seemed to endure, Borgnine remarked. He believed that Clift's emotional breakdowns and indecision on set slowed production and caused unnecessary disruptions. Borgnine felt that Hollywood demanded a level of professionalism and resilience, and Clift's method of constantly revisiting personal trauma seemed like a weakness. Borgnine was part of a generation of actors who valued toughness and discipline, qualities Clift did not exhibit. Tony Curtis, glamour over grit. Tony Curtis was another actor Borgnine found difficult to work with. Curtis, known for his matinee idol looks, was seen by Borgnine as lacking the toughness that defined real actors. A pretty face with no backbone, Borgnine said, critiquing Curtis's approach to acting. The two worked together on The Vikings in 1958, and Borgnine became increasingly frustrated with Curtis's vanity and lack of discipline on set. Curtis was more concerned with his appearance, often showing up late and worrying about his hair. Borgnine resented actors who wanted the glamour but not the grind. He believed that true actors should be committed to their craft in a way that Curtis, in his eyes, was not. George Peppard, ego without substance. George Peppard, known for his role in Breakfast at Tiffany's, was another actor on Borgnine's list. Borgnine and Peppard worked together on a war film in the 1970s, and Borgnine was turned off by Peppard's arrogant attitude. Borgnine described Peppard as someone who strutted around on set like Marlon Brando, despite not having the same acting chops or resume. Peppard's diva-like behavior, which included rewriting lines and demanding extra takes, did not sit well with Borgnine. He believed that actors should be receptive to direction, not try to impose their will on a project. Peppard's inflated ego and lack of humility made him a difficult colleague in Borgnine's eyes. Shelley Winters, a force of nature. Shelley Winters, the legendary actress known for her larger-than-life personality, also made Borgnine's list. The two starred together in The Poseidon Adventure, 1972, where their behind-the-scenes clashes became infamous. While Borgnine respected her acting talent, he found her overbearing and difficult to work with. Winters was known for her bombastic personality and her tendency to dictate how things should be done on set, even instructing the director and crew. Borgnine, who valued teamwork and cooperation, found her behavior disruptive. He described Winters as being louder than a freight train and twice as stubborn, unable to work harmoniously with others. Conclusion: a legacy of strength and honesty. Despite the animosity he expressed towards certain actors, Ernest Borgnine's legacy remains that of a hard-working, big-hearted performer. His career spanned over 6 decades, and he was known for his professionalism, warmth, and unwavering dedication to his craft. Behind the scenes, however, Borgnine's candid views on his peers revealed a man who survived Hollywood, not just with his talent, but also with his strength, honesty, and refusal to tolerate what he saw as weaknesses in others. His legacy endures not only through the roles he played on screen, but also through the lessons he imparted about resilience, authenticity, and the importance of professional integrity.